What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Zeb, and welcome to the Rehab Christian Center Tuesday night virtual life study experience. And this is the last one for 2021. But I'm so grateful that you've joined us and tuned in tonight. And listen, I want to end the year the way we started it and talk tonight about the power of affirmations. And this is going to be a very powerful lesson because if you would recall, the very first thing that I taught in 2021, the very first Tuesday, was along the lines of how to write affirmations and really how affirmations then impact your life because of the power of life and death that is associated with the things we say. And then, of course, how we feel, i.e. your energy, your spirit has to connect with what you say. And if you've exercised any of that throughout this year, then you probably had some amazing experiences. And I've had some amazing experiences literally writing the vision for my life. And so I certainly hope you've done the same. So I'm going to end the year the way we started it, but I'm going to give you a quick lesson tonight on the power of affirmations. And we're going to get right out of your way. This is the last life study of 2021. No life study next week. And then the next time we will see you on a Tuesday will be in 2022. And so we're grateful to have your presence here and grateful you tuned in. Now, let's get these numbers up really quickly. I get it. My competition is Christmas shopping. I understand. Many of y'all are last minute like me. And so you're out there getting gifts and doing what you need to do. But I'm hopeful that as you're out and about, you see the pop-up come up that we're live. You can pop in your headphones and continue to shop and listen to this message. But I'm excited to be with you tonight and share with you. Now, I need everybody on the line that's already here to start liking this video, start tagging this video, start tagging people. Share it quickly on your page. Tell everybody that you know that you're attached to go ahead and tune in now, because this is going to be a great time, and I'm just grateful to be here. So let me run through the networks. I've got 8:11 Eastern time. I want to run through the networks so I can get right into this message. I've got a lot of things I've got to give you, and I've got to do it all in about 45 minutes. And so it's going to be fast tonight, but it's a lot. And so I'm ready to share, and I'm excited to have you here. Facebook, good evening to you. It's good to see you virtually. Those of you that are tuned in via Facebook, thank you so much for your faithfulness this year, for tuning in and joining us and sharing, joining with us and sharing with us via Facebook. If you're on Facebook, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you really enjoy this ministry, this broadcast, hold that like button down, turn it into a love button. And then I want you to hit that share button, hit the @ symbol, and tag 5 of your friends. Tell them to tune in right now. Tell them it's the last life study of 2021. And we need them to get on the line. This is going to be a powerful message that's going to set you up to win in 2022. And I'm excited to have you here. So good evening, Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. Again, like this video, love this video, share this video, hit the @ symbol, tag 5, 10 people, tell them to jump on right away. All right. Instagram, good evening to you. Our Instagram class team is moving real slow, but they will come on. They always do. Instagram is good to see you. Those of you that are already tuned in on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, fill up with hearts. Let me know you're there. But then also, I want you to hit that @ symbol if you're on Instagram and tag 5, 10 of your friends and tell them to tune in and tell them to jump on the line tonight for the last life study of 2021. Just excited to be here with you and share with you. And again, I know I'm competing against the holidays. I almost canceled tonight, but I said, no, tonight was a very important lesson. And honestly, I don't care if 10 people tune in tonight. I want to give you all this message. Everybody can go back and watch the replay. We get a lot of people that watch the replays who reach out to us and give us feedback after the fact. And so I wanted to just be mindful of that. It's a busy week. I understand. But I wanted to press through. I could not cancel for 2 weeks in a row. And so I'm grateful to have you here, Instagram. Those of you that are here, again, start tagging people, keep tagging people, Instagram, tell them to come on. YouTube, good evening to you. Those of you that are tuned in via YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. If you're on YouTube, I want you to hit that subscribe button. If you have not subscribed to our channel, you can find us on YouTube at TheREHABCC. That is at TheREHABCC on YouTube. You can find us there. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you are notified when we are live. And then if you're on YouTube, hit the share button. I want you to share this video to your platforms, to your friends. If you're not on social media, you got an email address. Email it to somebody. Send the link to somebody. But tell them to tune in tonight for what will be another very powerful life study Tuesday. And just grateful again for those of you that are tuned in for being here. And again, Just grateful that you stopped what you're doing. I know it's shopping time, it's elf time, it's all kinds of time that's going on for so many of us right now. And it was a very hectic and busy day for me. But I'm excited to be here, and I hope you are as well. Listen, I'm going to get right into it. I've got 8:14. I'm ready to jump into it. And you all just continue to tagging people, sharing people, or continue to tag people, continue to share this with people. We're going to get right into this tonight because I want to honor the time tonight for those of you that have tuned in on time. And then for those of us that right after this, like me, have a ton of work to do. I'm going to be up for quite a few hours. And so it's good to be here. Let's get into it. Tonight, I am talking from the subject, the power of affirmations. I want you to type that in the comments if you are tuned in. Let's take notes in the comments there so that people that watch the replay, me included, can see what's shared. Okay, the power of affirmations is what I want to talk about. And the reference, and again, the purpose of really tonight is really to end the year where we started. All right, I want to end the year where we started, and I want to let me give you a scriptural reference that you can reference. St. Luke chapter 6, verse 43 through 45. St. Luke chapter 6, verse 43 through 45, New Living Translation. St. Luke chapter 6, verse 43 through 45 is a verse that I love to use the power of affirmations. When I think about affirmations, I love to use this particular text because number one, I love the story, but then two, it really demonstrates the power of energy and how we cannot expect good things to come from bad fruit, and we cannot expect, or bad seeds. Let me say that. We cannot expect good things to come from bad seeds, and we cannot expect bad things to come from good seeds, right? And that's what affirmations do. Affirmations plant seeds into your life. And so how you plant the seeds in your life, or how you choose to plant the seeds in your life, will then determine the harvest that you can expect to receive in your life. You don't plant the right seeds, you're not going to get the right harvest. You plant horrible seeds, you're going to get horrible harvest. You plant mediocre seed, you're going to get mediocre harvest. You plant exceptional seed, you get exceptional harvest. And so the affirmations that we speak should align with not only who we are, but it should also align with what we expect. Because again, and I write a lot about this actually in my fourth book, and some of the work I got to do tonight, finishing just the editing on that. But one of the things I talk about is really just how the words you speak, your energy or your spirit, the things you believe, those three things have to be on the same page. And when they are, when what you speak, what you believe, and how you feel are on the same page, when what you speak, what you believe, and how you feel are on the same page, you can expect miracles to happen. Okay, you can expect things that you expect to happen, right? But again, what you think, what you believe, how you feel have to be on the same page. And if one of those things are off, has the ability to destroy, or to mess up rather, or to alter, or to pause, or to stop those things that we affirm in our lives, that we expect to receive in our lives. But it's critical. What you speak, what you believe, how you feel have to be on the same page. And that's probably noteworthy. I know it's a lot, but that's probably noteworthy. What you speak, how you feel, what you believe have to be on the same page. And if they are, then you can expect the things that you're expecting in your life to come to pass in your life. All right. So you just got to monitor those things. Now, so I give that St. Luke chapter 6, verse 43 through 45. We're not going to read through that in the New Living Translation, but I offer that because it is a great example, in my opinion, of how we should all be reminded that when it comes to the things we affirm for our lives, the things that we desire to see manifested in our lives, there are no surprises when we know we are controlling the seed. And you're controlling the seed. You control the seed when it comes to the things that you're expecting to happen in your life. And again, I'm just amazed at how people plant bad seeds and expect good things. It doesn't mean that good things cannot grow from bad seed. I do believe this, though. Seed has the ability to produce regardless of if it's good seed or bad seed. I'm going to say this again slow. Seed, whether it's from a good what's the word I want? Seed, whether it's from a good foundation or a bad one. Seed, the purpose of seed is to produce. And so you can even plant bad seeds and still produce something. Here's the problem. A bad seed will produce, but a bad seed can't be sustained. Man, I feel like teaching this tonight. Are y'all listening to me? A bad seed can produce because seeds just produce. Seeds don't know better. They don't know if they're good or bad. Seed is just seed, right? Seed is seed, and its job is to produce. Seeds will produce regardless of if they're good or bad. They can produce. But bad seed is not going to sustain you. Only good seed sustains you. And so if we look at the words we say as seed, then you can even speak bad words, right? And here's a classic example. I have to stop myself. And my son actually stopped me from saying this. This was just yesterday. Got back in town and picked them up, and we stopped somewhere. And of course, they was asking me for something like they always do. And I said, Daddy, I can't do it. Daddy broke. And Forrest said, no, you ain't Daddy. Don't say that. You ain't broke. And I had to correct myself. It was that was the first time in a long time I've said out loud, I'm broke. And that's a classic example. Many of you walk around complaining and say, oh, I'm broke. I ain't never got no money. I ain't never got no money. And it's crazy how you haven't lost your job. You're still working. You still get a check. It may not be the kind of check you want, but it's enough to cover your bills. It's enough to cover your needs. And you continue to say things like, I'm broke. You continue to say things like, I ain't never got no money. Now, that's proof that you can speak negative things and still see harvest. But here's the problem. You ain't going to keep speaking that and keep seeing harvest. You might be able to say it 1 or 2 times. You might be able to say it 100 or 200 times. You're not going to keep saying that every day. If you don't believe this, then every single day you get up before you start your day. I want you to, when your feet hit the ground, I want you to say, I'm broke. I never got no money. And today will be no exception. And just say it. Just say that every morning you wake up. Say it when you wake up. Say it throughout the day. Say it before you go to bed and watch what happens. Okay? So I'm just saying to you, many of you, like me, have been guilty of just saying that, making that statement, and sometimes just haphazardly and very innocently, because you just used to saying, I ain't never got no money. And you don't necessarily technically mean that, but you'll be like, I'm broke, but you don't technically mean it. You get what I'm saying. But you can still produce, but you cannot continue to say that. You cannot continue to say it. You can't believe it when you say it. And your spirit better not connect with it. Because if it does, if your spirit, your energy connects with that and you begin to believe it, yeah, you're going to be walking around here broke. It's that simple. So that's just a classic example of how we cannot, again, expect good seed to produce bad harvest, bad seed to produce good harvest. A seed's job, again, at the end of the day, is simply to produce. That's it. What it will produce will be determined by the way in which you put it in the ground. What did you put in the ground? Did you put good seed in the ground? Did you put okay seed in the ground? Did you put exceptional seed in the ground? Did you put poor seed in the ground? Okay, this is very important. Now, I want you to record this. All right, when it comes to affirmations, the things that we expect in our lives, this is what I want you to record. Record this. Number 1, what you can expect will always align with who you are. Okay, what you can expect will always align with who you are. Now, when it comes to affirmations, things we expect, what you can expect will always align with who you are. All right. Affirmations, for good or bad, are manifested according to what's inside of you. So again, the seed is going to do what it does. But if your spirit, the way in which you plant the seed, the way in which you sow the seed, the way in which you put the seed in the ground is done with the wrong beliefs, is done with the wrong energy, the wrong spirit, it's going to impact what you produce every single time, right? Again, you can't speak positive things with negative energy. You can't speak negative things with positive energy. You got to speak positive things with positive energy. You got to speak, if you're going to speak negative things, and go on and speak negative with negative energy, but at least you imagine, right? You got to speak positive things with positive energy, right? This is not a polarity matter, right? Where you need a positive and a negative to get a charge. We're not talking about getting a charge. We're talking about things that we believe, things that we say, things that we, and how we feel. We're talking about those three things all being in alignment, right? And when those things are in alignment, when the things you say, the things you believe, and how you feel are all in proper alignment, you're going to see results. And I'm just telling y'all, I know it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but this topic is just so fresh on my mind because I've been writing about this for the last couple of months. And, I can talk about this in my sleep. I've seen it work in my life. I'm here to tell you, some of you are not seeing results in your life because one of those three things are off. One of those three things are off. And I tell people this even in coaching sessions. We talk about the power of what you believe, the power of what you say, the actions you put behind the things that you say and you believe. When one of those three things are off, you're going to stall. You're going to stall your success. You're going to stall your results. And so you got to fight like heck to make sure that the things you say match the things you believe, which in turn match how you feel inside. And sometimes, and this is a good example, another good example, sometimes, and people are guilty of doing this in church or related to God. You'd be like, I believe God, I need God to heal my body. And I believe he's going to do it. Right. So the statement is, I believe God will do it. You make that statement that you believe he's going to do it. You're saying in your mind that you believe he's going to do it. You make the statement. So what you say and what you claim to believe are in alignment. But inside, you really don't believe that. Right. You say, I believe God's going to do it. But then the first thing that comes across your mind is, man, I got this test tomorrow and it don't look good. Or everybody in my family has what they say I have. You start saying things like that, then what you feel, your energy, your spirit is not in alignment with what you say you believe and what you said. And this is why we don't see a lot of miracles anymore. I could talk about this for hours. We don't see a lot of miracles in church anymore, or in general, because miracles don't just happen in church, by the way, right? But we don't see a lot of miracles in general anymore. You know why? Because what people say, what they believe, and how they feel don't match. It's the truth. People got up out of wheelchairs in the old church, not because they had the best doctors, not because they had Google and they could look up their symptoms on the internet. People got out of wheelchairs back in the day, in the 50s, the 60s, the 40s, the 30s, the 70s, because they believed God could do it. They said he could do it. Then they believed he could do it. I know y'all don't believe this. I'm here to tell you that when it comes to your life, if there are things that you claim to have proclaimed, i.e. you've spoken, if there are things you claim to have believed, if you don't feel, if your energy, your spirit is not in alignment with what you say you believe and what you say, it's not going to happen the way you want it to happen. Again, you can see some results. Seed will produce. Man, I could go all night with this example. Seed will produce. You can speak healing, and the Bible says it's power and life and death is in our tongue. You can speak healing and not really believe you're going to be healed. Watch. You can literally speak healing and not believe you're going to be healed. Write the affirmation, I believe my body is going to be healed. Say in your mind, I believe it's going to happen. But if deep inside you, you don't really believe that, it's not going to. You might have one or two good doctor's appointments. You may take your numbers, your blood sugar numbers, your blood pressure numbers, whatever, and you may have a couple of good readings. Why? Because seed produces. That's what seed does. But is that going to be sustained if you don't believe it? No. You might have 2 or 3 good doctor's appointments. You might have 2 or 3 good doctor's visits, but you won't be able to sustain that because your energy, your spirit is not aligning with what you say and what you believe. I'm telling y'all, and I know that sounds like a lot to digest, but I want you to hear me. If what you say and what you believe doesn't align with how you feel, if those three things are not in the same place, you might see some progress, but you ain't gonna see no miracles. And progress is not a miracle. The older saints, people just enjoy, because look, I'm gonna take it a step further. Y'all ready for this? This is gonna really hurt some of y'all church folk feelings. You ready for this? Take church people out of it. You ain't even gotta be in church. This works even if you ain't in church. I know, because some of you saved folk think you got a moratorium on God. You think you got exclusive access on God, that God, is exclusively for you. You're preaching real soft. I know I'm trying, I'm trying to be cool, but this is a word. This is the whole word I'm giving y'all. Some of y'all think y'all got exclusive access on God, and y'all don't have exclusive access on God. Saying it, believing it, and feeling like it's already done works for anybody. Are you listening to the old man? It works for anybody. So if it doesn't matter if you come to church. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to go to church. Get my point. The power of what you say, it said the power of life and death is in your tongue. It didn't say the power of life and death of the believer is in your tongue, or of the unbeliever. The power, period. That's how powerful the things you affirm are. That's how powerful the things you believe are. That's how powerful doing things in the right spirit or with the right energy is. That's how powerful that stuff is. So, believers, I know it hurts your feelings, but I'm here to tell you, I've heard stories of people get rescued, from getting robbed, get shot, have a road to recovery, end up recovering from things they should not have recovered from. And it won't just people going to church. It was people who were in bad situations. And they said, when I was in the situation, I started saying, I'm going to come out of this. This is going to be okay. And I believed it. And then my energy, my spirit connected with it. I felt good about it. And then miracles happen. Miracles ain't just reserved for believers. In fact, golly, I'm trying not to go down this road, but let's just deal with this real quick. Not only are miracles not just reserved for believers, read your Bible. There are countless times where Jesus performed miracles on who? Uh-oh. It wasn't just a bunch of church folk under a tent having church and revival. Which is crazy, right? This is why when you go to church, whether it's virtual or in person, you need to invite unbelievers. Miracles at church ain't just for church folk. Jesus was walking around performing miracles on folks who were not a part of the in crowd. Unsaved folks, the children of unsaved folk, non-believers, demon-possessed people. He out here performing miracles with demon-possessed people. And we think that saying it, believing it, and feeling it is just for believers. No. And I like that. I like the comment I just saw on Instagram. Miracles were meant for the unbelievers, and we got Bible for that. You know why? Because this shouldn't even be this. This shouldn't even be a surprise when this stuff happens to the believer. You shouldn't even be surprised. You shouldn't be surprised when people get out of a wheelchair and they believe God can heal them. That shouldn't surprise you. The Bible says that miracles, signs, and even wonders are for them that don't believe. So for all of y'all, and I'm not even trying to go down this rabbit hole tonight, but y'all pushing it. For all of y'all that say, I want God to do this. And let me tell you the error here, because a lot of people are guilty of this. A lot of people are guilty of needing a sign when the Bible tells us explicitly Miracles, signs, and wonders are not for believers. They're for unbelievers. Why? You got Jesus. You got the source. So if you got the source, you don't need no sign. You don't need no miracle. You don't need none of that. Right? And it's that simple. And many of you are guilty of this. You will pray and ask God to do something. You'll write out your little affirmations in your journal, or wherever you write them at. You'll repeat them every day. You say you believe it, say you feel like that. But then what do? You get in your car, you get to work, and all you're doing is looking for a sign. Lord, show me a sign. I know I prayed you're gonna do this. Show me a sign. I spoke this morning with authorities. Show me a sign. If you saying that, you really don't believe. Unbelievers need a sign. You know why? Because they ain't got God. They ain't got Christ. See, if you don't have Christ, you need a sign. If you got Christ, you don't need no signs. You got the person that made the signs. This can turn into a pseudo convocation message. Yeah. So if you're a believer asking God to send you a sign, hey, God, send me a sign. You got to go back and check the source. Check the source that you say is inside of you. Because if he really inside of you, you don't need no sign. Let me give you another example. Because y'all, I'm going to mess around and not even be able to get through my message and have to teach this Sunday. Let me give y'all another example. And this is, and he said that the disciples said that. We believe, help our unbelief. It was a powerful statement, Elder Misty, because they had to admit Jesus right here with us and we still don't believe. Let me give y'all a classic example that might make better sense. When my kids are around me, I notice something about my kids. I notice something about my kids that will make perfect sense. When we talk about believers needing a sign, but you're supposed to have God. You got God, but you walk around here talking about God send me a sign. He don't need to send you no sign. You got him. This is the classic example. Classic example. I was out of town and Giselle and Four have a CashAPP. Okay. I set up a CashAPP for them. And Giselle sends me a CashAPP request for $4. This may have been Saturday. It was Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember. She sent me a CashAPP request for $4. $4. Giselle, what are you sending me a CashAPP request for $4 for? Like, what do you need $4 with? You with your mom? No, you don't need no $4. Why are you CashAPPing me a request for $4? So I had to tell her, stop sending me the CashAPP request because, well, number one, I sent her the $4. Of course. I sent her the $4, and then what I do, I turned around and I sent $4 because you can't send one $4 without sending the other one $4. All right. So I sent them both the $4. But it's funny. We were somewhere. I cannot remember where we were. It was either somewhere we were on the phone, and she said, "Yeah, Daddy, do this for me, or get this for me, or something, and I'll pay you back." She said, "You don't need to pay me back. I know I'm not near you, but you don't have to pay me back for anything." But I had to remember something. The only time my kids have ever talked like that is if I were not around them. Y'all just stay with me on this. Just gonna bless you. You're gonna be glad you tuned in. You're gonna be the smartest person at the water cooler tomorrow. The only time my kids have said stuff like, "Daddy, do this and I'll pay you back," or "Daddy, send me this," or "Daddy, give me this, send me this," or "Dad, I need you to do this," or "Daddy, what about that?" is when I'm not around them. That thing hit me. Why? Because when I am around them, watch. When I am around them, they just go get what they want. You know why? You know why they go get what they want? Because they don't have to wonder if the source is there. The source is with them. I'm teaching better than y'all saying amen. They don't request nothing from me when they in my presence. We at the store at Food Line, what do? They just grab stuff and put it on the thing, put it in the bucket. They don't be like, "That, send me $4. That I need you to give me a sign that I can get this." No, They grab it and put it in the bucket. Why? Because daddy's pushing the bucket. Believers, you gotta take the same, you've got to take the same approach when it comes to this God you claim you serve. If you claim you serve him, what you looking for him for? What you looking for? Act like he pushing the bucket. And all you need to do, the stuff that you've said, the stuff that you believe, the stuff that you need from God, you just drop it in the bucket. You just drop it in the bucket. And so affirmations work the same way. And this is the problem I've got with believers. But again, it just again brings credibility to my point. What we say, what we believe, how we feel ain't just for believers. This applies to non-believers too. And again, non-believers need to know that daddy pushing the car. They need that assurance. Why? Because they don't have him. Believers know that's my daddy, man. He behind the car. All I got to do is drop it in there. And I ain't never seen them get through the line. We get to the line and they look at me and be like, Daddy, how we gonna pay for this? Have your kids ever done it to y'all? They ain't never said, Dad, how are we gonna pay for this? Oh, or Dad, where the money gonna come from? In fact, they put stuff in the bucket. I could teach this all day. They put stuff in the bucket with no regard for me. Are y'all listening to the old man? They drop stuff in there with no regard for me. No, they don't wonder if I didn't had a short pay week, if it's a bill week and I got extra bills I gotta cover. They don't think about none of that. They just put it in the cart. You know why? Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all I can ask or think. My daddy is rich in houses and land. The cattle on 1,000 hills. Come on, Bible read. Y'all thought I ain't no Bible, did you? The cattle on 1,000 hills belongs to him. That's my dad. I'm just going to put it on. I ain't worried about whether that's going to be paid for. I'm with my daddy. Y'all don't like this kind of teaching. Is this not making sense? See, this is what happens. On low nights, you always get a rich word. Well, y'all get a rich word anyway. But on low nights, it's just something about low nights that really just works me. I don't know. It turns me on. Are y'all listening to me? That your kids don't worry about whether it's a Food Line cart, Amazon cart, any kind of cart. They dropping it in the bucket, man. I'm with my daddy. I'm with my daddy. And watch this. They have zero regard about it. They don't feel bad about it. They ain't upset about it. They're not worried about it. They put it in the cart and they stand right on the other end and wait for that man or that woman to doop, right across that line and bag it. And they take the bag and they go on, walk right on out the store. And you sitting right there at the cashier and you got to pay for it. They saw it. They believed they could have it. They put it in the bucket. They felt good and they moved on about their business. Believers don't need a sign. You got daddy with you. Believers don't need a sign when daddy's with you, when mama's with you. Right? And so affirmations are powerful, y'all. There has to be this true alignment between what you say, what you desire, who you are, how you feel, right? So the best advice I can give all of y'all. I ain't got about 12 minutes. I got to hurry up. I don't know how I'm going to get through all of this because we got sidetracked. The best advice I can give to all of you, most of you don't struggle with the things you speak over your life. Most of you do speak positive things over your life. Most of you speak positive things over your life. Most of you believe positive things over your life. A lot of you struggle with feeling that, really feeling like it's going to happen. And that's the part you've got to fix. Most people believe it. Most people will say it, or most people will say it. Most people think they believe it. Let me put it that way. Most people will say it what they want. Most people will think they believe what they want. A lot of people struggle with feeling it, like really believing that this man, God, is behind me, and everything that I got on my cart that I need him to do for me, he gonna pay for it. And you gotta take that. You gotta take that attitude. This is something I had to remind myself of the last year, 2 years. Look, dude, whatever you say and believe and really feel good about, you have never had to pay for it. Your daddy got this. and you have to take that same stance. Again, believers don't need a sign. Look, they didn't put that in the Facebook. So whoever moderated tonight, believers don't need a sign when dad is with you. That's got to be Sister Carissa. Right? But it's the truth, right? It's the truth. You don't need a sign when your father's with you, when your mother's with you. Right? They do the same thing with Tiffany. They do the same thing. Your kids do the same thing with you. I ain't met a 7, 8, 9-year-old that puts something in the car and be like, y'all sure we can have this? Y'all, we can pay for this? I don't know what kind of kids you got if yours do that. Mine don't. There's only 1 or 2 times my kids have said, are you sure? Golly, I'm trying to leave this example alone. Y'all know my bougie kids like Ruth's Chris. Talk about this. My bougie kids love Ruth's Chris. And the first time I took them to Ruth's Chris, I showed them the receipt. And they said, Daddy, are you sure you can pay for this? Now, when I took them to Ruth's Chris, they saw that receipt. They said, Daddy, are you sure you can pay for this? And I said, yeah, I got it. This ain't a problem. Now, this is a word. Watch this. This is a word. Because there are going to be some things you're going to ask from God that are so big. Listen, I feel like getting out my seat and running around my house. There are some things you're going to ask God to do that are so big. They're so big that even as a believer, you might have to take a step back and say, God, are you sure you can handle this? Do I have, man, where is Chris Morton? If I had a mic, I would be shaking and screaming. Is there anybody besides me that has ever asked God for something so big that literally, and I ain't talking about normal stuff. I'm talking about stuff that the only way it can happen is if God does it. And it was so big that you even had to say, God, you sure? I ain't asking for too much. I'm telling you. And that's the only time my kids, AKA the believers in this example, have ever asked their daddy, AKA God in this example, are you sure you can handle this? And there are going to come seasons in your life. Watch this. There are going to come seasons in your life where you're going to ask God, I like that word, for extraordinary things, exceptional things, major things. And they are so big. They asked, but I know they weren't expecting me to say, I can't do it. You know why? I'm trying to leave this alone. I'm not going to get through my points. You know why? They weren't really worried. They just asked. You know why? Because I had a track record of always taking care of them. Do y'all want to have church on a Tuesday? When God has a track record of doing for you what you asked him for, even if you ask him for something major and you have a moment where you say, are you sure? It don't make God nervous. He's got a track record with you. I quit. I might as well just shut my laptop. I'm not going to get through all of this tonight. Y'all have pulled me in a completely different direction. Does this make sense? Everybody on the line should be running right now. Everybody. So the first miracle you asked him that you believe him to do was to fix your headache. He did that with no problem. Now the doctor's saying it's looking like cancer. That seems big. But here's the thing. You got to remember all of the other things that he's ever done for you before and go ahead and put the cancer in the card. Go ahead. I know the first things you asked him to do was, fix your money. And those are small things. Now you got, diabetes issues, you got blood pressure issues, and you need to fix that. It's bigger than your little financial problems, but he did all of that before. Go ahead and put it in the cart. Put it in the cart. And I'm telling you, even if you have a moment where you say, God, are you sure you can handle this cancer? Are you sure you can handle this surgery? Are you sure you can handle this diabetes, this blood pressure? Are you sure you can handle? Even if you have a moment, I'm here to tell you that ain't enough to frustrate God. Because sometimes you ain't saying, are you sure, because you don't believe it. Sometimes you're saying, are you sure, because it's so big and you ain't never had to ask him for nothing on that level before. I quit. I feel like running in my house. Are y'all listening? This is why when I keep going back to God and asking him for stuff, and I just be upping the stakes. Hey, you did this, but listen, dude, I need this right here. Like, it's way up here. And, it's me again, coming to you like a man. But I really need you to do this, and it's big, and this is bigger than anything I ever asked for. And there's a lot of moving parts around this one, but I need you to get it done. And I had that for a split second wonder, man, I don't know about this one, but then I have to remember of all the other things he's ever done. And then I say, you know what? Ain't my job. Let me put this on the cart. Daddy got it. Some of you need to take it out of your hands and put it in the cart. That's a word by itself. Are y'all listening to me? Take it out of your hand and put it in the cart. Take it out of your hands. Take it out of your hands. I'm typing this because this is a word. Take it out of your hands and put it in the cart. Period. Believer, non-believer, whatever you is, put it in the cart. And you have to stand on that. You have to stand on it and believe that the same things he has paid for before in the past, he's enough God to pay for it now. All right. Look, y'all, let me give y'all some more bullet points because I've completely wasted my entire night. Y'all done took me way off. Let me give y'all some more things. I got to give y'all quite a few things here. Wow. All right. Let me define quickly for you what an affirmation is, because I've gotten way off track. And this is, y'all, man, we was in the building. Y'all be shouting right now. I've gotten way off track, but let me do this really quickly. Number one, let me define what an affirmation is, because I want you to have that. And then I'm going to give you 3 things that make the affirmations powerful. I'm going to do all of this in 3 minutes, okay? Because I want to get us off on time tonight, okay? All right, so I'm going to define it. I'm going to give you 3 things that make an affirmation, that make affirmations powerful, and then we're done. All right, so what is an affirmation? I want you to record this. An affirmation is an intentional statement you believe and intend to see manifested in your life. An affirmation is an intentional statement that you believe and intend to see manifested in your life. An affirmation is an intentional statement. It ain't something you just haphazardly putting out there. An affirmation is an intentional statement that you believe and intend to see manifested in your life. Again, an affirmation is an intentional statement that you believe and intend to see manifested in your life. That's an affirmation. You believe it and you intend to see it manifest in your life. Okay. Again, they start with thoughts, they build into beliefs, and then they eventually become what you have. Again, if your energy is right, they start with thoughts, they turn into beliefs. Your beliefs should then shift your spirit or shift your energy or shift how you act. Turn impacts what you will have in your life, what you will receive in your life. Okay. Now, let me give you 3 things that make affirmations powerful. I know I'm throwing a lot at y'all real quick, but I promise you 3 minutes, I'm down to 2. Let me give you three things that make affirmations really powerful. Okay. Number one, thoughts become things. I'm rolling, y'all. Moderators, I know I'm throwing a lot out. Y'all give it. I'm trying to get it on here as fast as you can, as quick as you can. I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys. Number one, thoughts become things. Right? Thoughts become things. Three things that make affirmations powerful. Thoughts, number one, thoughts become things, which means everything you see in your life, in the lives of others, in the world, started as a thought. Cars didn't just pop out the sky. When people created and designed cars, it started first as a thought. It was translated from a thought to a belief, I can do this, from a belief to something on paper. Energy and the right spirit and effort was put behind that, and now we're driving cars. The idea of a car driving itself didn't just pop out the sky. Somebody somewhere said to themselves, I wonder if cars can drive by themselves. And now we have cars that can drive by themselves. It started as a thought. Okay, so thoughts become things. That's in anything. Your thoughts become things, right? So they matter. When people's thoughts don't matter, they do matter. Your thoughts absolutely do matter, and you want to guard your thoughts. You want to make sure you guard your heart, guard your thoughts, guard your mind. That's one reason why you want to try to guard your mind, because your thoughts can materialize into. This doesn't mean you have to have all the time. Again, go back to the example I just gave you about my kids in the car. You can have a moment where you ask God for something, or you really believe something for something in your life that's so big, but you have a thought that, man, that's too much. One occasional thought, two occasional thoughts, they ain't gonna hurt nothing. You're human. But if you consistently think God ain't gonna do it, or you consistently think this is too big, or you consistently think this can't happen for me, consistently think crazy things like I'm not good enough, or consistently think things like, oh, I'm not worthy enough, then those thoughts become beliefs. And when those negative beliefs start to kick in, then it becomes things. So thoughts become things works for the positive and the negative, which is why you got to guard your thoughts. All right. Second thing that makes affirmations powerful. All right. Record this. What you say, if you believe it, has to happen for you. What you say, if you truly believe it, has happened for you. Right? Give you three things that make affirmations powerful. Second thing is this: what you say, if you truly believe it, has to happen for you. Okay? What you say, if you truly believe it, has to happen for you. Okay? Again, when your emotions are connected to your words and are connected to your thoughts, that's where we see things happen. That's where we see prayers answered. That's where we see miracles occur. That's where we see manifested promises. That's where we see expectations, right? What you say, if you really believe it, has to happen for you, right? So again, well, authentic energy may not give you a lot of movement. They can, because again, a word is a seed. They can, but they may not give you a whole lot of movement. But when you say words and you really believe it and put some real energy behind what you believe, oh, that stuff happening. That's for good or bad or indifferent, which is why you got to watch what you say and be very intentional with it. Third and final thing is this. Third thing that makes affirmations powerful is this. What you write emotions in a stronger way. I'm going to explain. When it comes to your affirmations, what you write connects to your emotions in a stronger way. Okay? What you write connects to your emotions stronger way. Right? And the easiest example I can give, one thing to have affirmations and you just say it. Write the vision, make it plain, that they that read it may run and not faint. There's a reason why they were challenged to write the vision and not just say it. When you see words, when you see the things you say on paper, it gives it another level of energy and higher thought and more power. Words are powerful when they're spoken, but they're even greater. They have even greater power when they're written down. Write it, and this Many of you don't even realize that every word you write is a prophecy. Every word you write that is a reflection of something you believe is a prophecy. You know why? I'm going to say this again slow because I want to make sure you catch this and I'm done. Every word you write that was first spoken by you, if you spoke a word over your life and then you turn around and write it, you writing it down is actually prophetic. You know why? Because the written version is the first tangible manifestation of what you spoke. Some of y'all gonna catch this. Listen to me. When you write down what you speak, the written word, the first tangible, meaning I can see it, I can touch it, I can feel it. It is the first tangible manifestation of what you've spoken, which is why you got to do more than just speak things over your life. You guys know I'm an avid journaler. I believe in journaling. I write every single day, except for some Saturdays, some Sundays. Monday through Friday, I'm a stickler. I don't miss a day. I do. I believe in writing because it's one thing for me to walk around and say these things to myself and believe these things within myself. But when I put those things in writing, it then becomes the first manifestation of what I just spoke. It's already in motion. I can look at it. I can point it. I can touch it. Right? And so we can't see what you speak, but we can view what you write. When you write what you speak and put what you speak in words, you have then put into motion, literally, a physical manifestation of what it is that you believe, right? So you want to write your affirmations out. Don't just say you believe God to heal you. Write it out. Write it out when you get up in the morning, how you believe he's going to do it. And you don't have to do it every single morning. You can do it until you really believe it and it resonates in your spirit and then stop doing it. And I ain't got time to deal with this, but nobody plants a seed and then just keeps digging the ground and pulling the seed up and planting it again. And then digging the seed up and planting it again. I talk about this in my 4th book. It's so powerful. Some of y'all been repeating the same affirmations for the last 360 days and you ain't missed a day. It could be that your affirmation is waiting on you to give it a break. I'm going to say this again. It could be that your affirmation is waiting on you to give it a break so it can go ahead and manifest into what you expect. This is an example I can give you a simple. If you go out here and plant an apple tree in the ground or an apple seed in the ground and you plant it today, and then next Friday you turn around and go pull it up and say, nope, no, I got a better one than that because we're talking about daily affirmations. You plant it tonight, you go in there tomorrow, and then you pull it up tomorrow and plant it again. And then you go up there Thursday, pull it up Thursday, plant it again. And then you go Friday, pull it up Friday, plant it again. And then you go in there Saturday, pull it up Saturday, plant it again. Sunday, pull it up, plant it again. Monday, pull it up, plant it again. Tuesday, pull it up, plant it again. Is it going to grow? It can't. You know why? Because you keep pulling it. And every time you say affirmations, when you say affirmations every single day, all you're doing every single day for the rest of your life, all you're doing is pulling up the seed that you plant. Bible says if you ask anything in my name, I'll do it. Not beg, not repeat. Ask one time. Ask, A-S-K, one time, which means you ain't got to keep asking. Now, I do recognize, and I'm out of time, y'all. I'm definitely not out of word tonight. I will say this. Sometimes this is according to your faith. If you don't have great faith, you may need to ask more in the beginning until you can believe. Right? You may need to pull the seed up a little bit more in the beginning and repeat your affirmations every day until you can believe. But when you start believing, you ain't got no reason to be pulling that seed up every day. Right? You don't have any reason to keep pulling that seed every day. Why? Because you've seen it work. You've seen it work. So I'm telling you, you grow even in your affirmations. When you write your affirmations and the things daily that you believe God to do for you, to work out for you, when you write those things out, your affirmations out, your faith should be of such, especially believers. Your faith should be of such to where you grow to a place where eventually you can say it once or twice and you just put it in the ground and you walk away from it. I like that moderator. You plant it and you let it grow. And ain't nothing gonna grow if you pulling on it. Y'all, I'm out of time. Woo! This bless anybody tonight? Huh? This was all right with me. Wasn't a lot of us here. Hopefully, a lot of people watch the replay. There's not a lot of us here tonight, but I hope this message bless you tonight. I really want you to take seriously in 2022, the power of your affirmations and the things that you write, the things that you say, the things that you believe, because those things need to connect with how you feel. And when they do, connect with your spirit. And when they do, you're going to see some things happen in your life. I saw some great things happen in my life this year. And I'm here to tell you, it ain't no secret. When what you say and what you believe aligns with, really how you truly feel, and you start feeling good before you get it, you ain't got no choice but to see it. David said it like this: I would have fainted, except I had believed to see the goodness of God in the land of the living. What kept him positive is the fact that he had a belief. That's what kept him positive. And so what will keep you positive, what will sustain you, and sustain you to a place where you can get the miracle, is what you believe. Listen, y'all, I'm out of time. Listen, you got a prayer request. I need you to type it quickly. Y'all, I got to do this in 2 minutes. I'm way over. I am so sorry for running over tonight. Man, this thing just gets good, man. It really gets good. I'm so sorry for running over tonight, but I want to pray for you. If you've got a prayer request, I want you to type in your prayer request quickly tonight. I'm literally giving you 25 seconds. I want you to type it quickly. We don't have a lot of viewers tonight, so this should be very easy. If you're tuned in and you got a prayer request, go ahead and type it in the comments. It doesn't matter what platform you're on, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Type in your prayer request. I want to pray for you. Type in the subject line prayer request and email your prayer request to info@rehabcc.org. If you're watching the replay, or if you've got a prayer request that you cannot type in the comments now, you can again email me your prayer request at info@rehabcc.org, subject line prayer request, and we'll get those prayer requests and be happy to respond to you and let you know we've received them. All right, but I want to pray with you really quickly. Connect your hands like this as a sign, a symbol of faith. Wow, we've run over, but this was a powerful time. All right, connect your hands like this as a sign, a symbol of faith. Let's touch and agree. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you tonight for your word, and thank you for this time of gathering you've given us. I pray that something was said or done that has encouraged somebody, that has empowered somebody in a special way. Help us, God, to remember the importance of aligning what we say, what we believe, and how we feel, so that, God, through this alignment, you will allow every seed that we plant to manifest into great things into our lives. We thank you because 2022, like 2021, for so many of us, will be a year of manifested promises, manifested expectations like never before. Help us, God, to continue to make sure our lives are in complete alignment, so that, God, we will, in the land of the living, be positioned to receive everything that we desire from you and more. Now, for every prayer request been typed on the line, for every prayer request that's been emailed to our box, for every prayer request that will come through from those people watching the replay right now, God, we lift those prayer requests up to you. We ask that you would answer the prayers of your people. Make ways as only you can. Open doors as only you can. Meet needs as only you can. We thank you for a week that is filled with miracles, open doors, made ways, met needs, and expected promises like never before. Do it, God, this week as we end or come toward the end of this year. God, I ask that you would answer every single prayer that your people have believed since January 1 of this year. Make it happen, God, as only you can. And we will continue to bless you and give your name glory, honor, and praise. In Jesus' name, amen. Do me a favor. I want you to type in the comments quickly. It is so. Come on, very quick. It is so. It is so. I want you to type in the comments really quickly. It is so. It is so. I want you to type that in the comments really quickly tonight. It is so. I am believing God's going to answer your prayers. He's going to make ways for you. He's going to open doors for you as only he can. And you know as well as I do that every time you say amen, you're simply saying it is so. Listen, I want to challenge you to give really quickly. 20 seconds. You got 3 ways you can give tonight. You can give via CashAPP, $REHABCCGIVE. You can give on our website, www.rehabcc.org. Or you can works to 88202. Again, CashAPP, $REHABCCGIVE, www.rehabcc.org, or you can text REHABWORKS to 88202. Either one of those 3 ways, you can be a blessing tonight. You can give your tithes. You can give your offering. You can give your tithes. You can sow your offering tonight in any way that you desire. And I promise you, God's going to bless you in a tremendous way. Listen, y'all, I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I can't wait to see you this coming Sunday. Make sure you make plans to join us this coming Sunday. I think this Sunday is the last Sunday of 2021. So make sure you make plans to come coming Sunday. We'll have more information this coming Sunday, hopefully, on what's going to be happening here in the near future. As you all can see, this variant is really starting to shut the country back down again. And this is one of the things that we did fear. But nevertheless, God does everything well. And we want to be prayerful. I want to be prayerful to all of you that will be traveling over the Christmas holidays. Be very safe, be very careful, wear your mask, have as much social distancing as you can, but be very careful and safe. And make plans to meet us this Sunday, 9:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at the Rehab Christian Center. And I can't wait to see you. All right. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I'm rooting for you. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas holiday this weekend. And nothing fails. We will see you this Sunday at 9:08 a.m. sharp. All right. I love you guys. I'm praying for you. Have a fantastic week. Peace and blessings.
For watching the Rehab Christian Center live experience. If this broadcast has been a blessing to you and you would like to be a blessing to our leader, Dr. Zeb Talley III, you can sow a seed into his ministry by CashAPP at $Pastor ZT3. It is our prayer that this message of hope encourage, enlighten, and empower you to be better. Please tune in Sunday at 9:08 a.m. for our Sunday morning experience. And as always, be blessed and have a wonderful week.